Hello and welcome to the round 6 edition of GV Bounce. I'm Damen Francis and alongside me is Matt Jimmy Galea. How are you, Matt?
Not too bad today, Damen.
Very good. And look, we're going to take you through all the round 6 games and we're going to start with the blockbuster Shepparton United versus Tat. And hopefully you saw our back page today. What did you make of it, Matty?
Oh, I thought it was fantastic. I think a lot of credit has to go to Mark McGowan for some of those nicknames that he's come up with. But yeah, well, pretty good.
Yeah, a bit of a mix of real nicknames and a few that he thought suited some certain players, which is fantastic and great promo for what's going to be a fantastic game. Look, I've tipped Tat, but not with any real confidence. I know United such a been there established side, and it's going to be an interesting game.
Yeah, I went with Tat too, only because I thought United were a little unconvincing at the weekend. So yeah, but it'll certainly be interesting to see.
Yeah, fantastic. So really looking forward to that one. Next game we're going to go to is Shepparton and Kyabram, and look, Kai were fantastic last week. Euroa let them be, but they were terrific. They really destroyed the Pies over at Kai Rec Reserve under lights, and it's going to be a really tough task for Shepparton. Do you give them any chance?
Not really. I mean, Dave Williams is pretty confident his team can make it 4 from 4. Obviously, they've got to approach it professionally, but Tim Little is really looking for his senior players to stand up if they're going to have any chance this week. For
sure. A couple of VFL players out for Kai, which maybe helps, but I think they've got a couple of decent ins as well. Axel Childs among them, so yeah, it's not going to get any easier for Shep, that's for sure. Yep. Next game we're going to go to is Chuka and Seymour, and another interesting clash. Look, Seymour would have to go in as favourites, but fancy Chuka are steadily going along okay. They're getting close to a win.
Yeah, Cam Stewart actually thought they took a step back last week. They faded out in the second half against Marupna, and but Shane Robinson probably felt the same about his team's performance. So it'll be interesting to see again. Echuca will probably fancy this as one they can win, but I think Seymour are still favourites.
Yeah, particularly on their home turf, so Murray Bombers will be keen to try and pick up the points there. Mansfield and Marupna, similar sort of game. Look, Mansfield, they've just got to break through eventually, don't they? They're getting so close.
They were so close last week against United. As I said, United were unconvincing, but you've got to give credit to Mansfield for the way they played, and yeah, they got to feel that they're close this week.
Yeah, absolutely. And Marupna, they're keeping along okay. Tough road trip out there to Mansfield, always is, but look, they'll fancy getting the points as well and heaping more misery on the poor Eagles out there. But next game is Uara and Rochi, and probably another one-sided one, this one. Rochi disappointing last week against the Swans, went down, and they'll be looking to bounce back. But Euroa, wow, they were really disappointing last week, and they've had a pretty good start to the season, but that was probably a real step back, and David Gleeson acknowledged that. What do you think of this one?
Yeah, I think you have to go with Rochi for this one.
Yeah, absolutely. And Swans and Benalla is the last one we're going to look at, and look, this is a blockbuster as well. This is a really tough tip. Look, the Swans, they had a really good win against Rochi last week, bounced back from a couple of disappointing weeks, and look, it's a battle of the two defences. Benalla have been really strong in defence this year, and that's definitely the Swans' strong suit with Dan Lovick and Andrew Reardon back there. Having said that, Reardon, a bit of a doubt with a hamstring injury, didn't train for the Interleague squad on Wednesday night, but I believe he trained on last night, and hopefully he can play. It'll be a big in for the Swans. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I think a lot rides on Reardon being available. Obviously, if he's out, then Swan's defence is a lot weaker for his exclusion. But yeah, certainly going to be an interesting one. But I think I'll go with the Swans.
Yeah, okay. Well, I've backed Benalla. I think, having said that, I think that teams are going to start coming for them. They're going to become the hunted rather than the hunters pretty soon. And Luke Morgan knows it, and it's just whether he can prepare his boys. So look forward to that one as well. But anyway, that's it from us this week. So hope you enjoyed another edition of GV Bounce, and get along to your local games this weekend.
Ciao.